Namaste, ladies and gentlemen. As a part of introduction to Vedas and Upanishads, texts as a whole, I've been talking about the existence and non-existence of the human consciousness by and large. Today, at this level where there is a lot of toxicity and intoxication of the vulnerable energy sources that affect at minuscule level, not all of us are able to get to a point to understand what we are up to and what is it that we are thinking about. As a part of ritual, I have been doing or reciting certain shlokas from Devi Khadgamala or the Lalita, like Asya Shri Shuddha Shakti Mala Mahamantrasya Upastha Indriyadi Varna Aditya Rishihi Daivi Gayatri Chandaha Satvika Gakkara Bhattarika Petasthita Srimad Kameshwaranka Nilaya Srimad Kameshwari Devata Aim Bijam Kleen Shakti Sahu Kilakam Shri Devi Prityate Khatka Siddhyate Jape Viniyogaha Gurur Brahma Gurur Vishnu Gurur Devo Maheshwaraha Gurur Sakshat Param Brahma Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha Aim Angushtabhyam Namaha Klim Tarjanibhyam Namaha Sav Madhyamabhyam Namaha Sav Anamkabhyam Namaha Klim Kanishtakabhyam Namaha Aim Karatalakar Prashtabhyam Namaha Aim Hridayaya Namaha Klim Sirase Swaha Sav Shikaya Vashat Sav Kavachaya Bhum Klim Netra Prayaya Vaushat Aim Astraya Fat Bhur Suvaro Iti Digbandha Sarvaloka Gotrodbhavasya. By doing this, what I am trying to do is, here I am talking about Aditya, Sun. I am invoking Sun's energy directly or indirectly, and Varuna, whole of the aspect of Panchabhuta Tattva, and Shuddha Shakti Mala Mahamantrasya. Shuddha Shakti. Shuddha Shakti means here that pure energy and that pure consciousness which needs to be when we are doing any kind of work or whatever it is. And Satvika Kakkara Bhattarika Petasthita Srimad. Satvika means it is that purest action, and Petasthita, Sthita means over here there is one mother goddess. There is only one goddess that is existing in the universe, which we call it as Kameshwara or Kameshwari, Ardhanarishwara. She does not have form or formless. And when I say Aim Bijam Klim Shakti, all of these are the energy sources that are helping me to get connected to her. Aim Hridayaya Namaha Klim Sirase Swaha Saushikaya. These are the primary energy chakras that help. Shri Devi Prityarthe. Shri Devi here, Prityarthe means I am trying to invoke that Sri Devi which is pure in nature, which has quite a few qualities. Gurur Brahma, Gurur Vishnu, Gurur Devo Maheshwara, Guru Sakshat. Who is this Guru? Who is that God existing, who does not have form? He is both form and formless, but still exists at a minuscule level. Understand this. When we are performing these kinds of mantras, specifically from Devi Khatkamala, these are actually strong references that give ability for an individual to get that energy source. Now, getting back to the topic, I was speaking about the human body and the human brain in cross reference to the multiverse, wherein I was talking about the perception of time and reality, psychology, neurology, spirituality or philosophy, portal to spiritual world, intuitive and metaphysical existence, and unity with whole and transcendental and center for cosmic consciousness. Let's get much further with the subject. As we go about at an abysmal level, this subject is going to be really intriguing and interesting. Yet again, it is not as easy as it is understood. One needs to have that, put that thought in that. For a layman to understand this might be tough for someone who is not understood the Vedas from the grassroots level. They just like today what is happening is this consciousness, right, which I am talking about, doesn't limit within the time and space that is existing in and around. In precise, when I say time and space, that already exists in our human body, which has various planets. As I was telling, right, this multiverse has 100 billion galaxies, and brain has 65 billion neurons, 100 billion galaxies, out of which only 9 are the planets which we are taking, because logically they are connected. Now, how is this connection possible when I am trying to say this consciousness, right, at an initial level, at transcendental level, to get connected to the celestial level, intercelestial level and intracelestial level? What is this time and space? Kala Gamana. This is where that concept of Nada Bindu Kala came, or Nada Bindu Kala came. I was speaking about this, right? Now see, the moment I am talking about this point, right, there also actions happen. Actions in the sense, two atoms coming together in convergence, or two planets colliding with each other and creating that force. Likewise, here also, there also, at a higher level, if we really see the kind of actions, with those actions, a planet is generated. Likewise, when we do our actions and when we experience that force, this human existence, which is more or less based on the consciousness as an elemental part. When it travels through time and space, it has certain forces from external, and the moment that external force starts colliding with the internal force wherein we are creating, that's when the output starts happening. Think about it, ladies and gentlemen. This is the beauty of Vedas and Upanishads. This is what is the true meaning, true extracted meaning of Vedas from the subjective and objective point of view. And why am I talking about these actions and experiences that happen outside? And I have often used a shloka called Antarmukha Samaradhya Bahirmukha Sudurlabha. This Antarmukha or Bahirmukha are the two aspects of the two facets of the life. Of the two facets of the human existence. And this is where this Shankaracharya's shloka, which I am talking about, Brahma Satyam, Jagat Mithya. Satyam and Mithya both play the key role. The Satyam, which is there, right? It has that point of reference to time and space that this human consciousness travels. This is where this drashta and drushya's aspect comes into picture. In cryptic terms, if one asks me, this so-called travel of what you call not limited, consciousness is not limited by time and space, is nothing but the very yoga drashta's aspect. It travels actually. The point over here is this Shastra, so-called Natya Shastra, is based on the Yugadrashta, Yugadrushya. Yogadrashta and Yogadrushya. That is the primary part of the study of Natya Shastra, focal point. And this is where actually, Saptaswaras, Resa, Rega, Resa, Rega, Rega, Gare, 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 Sa, Sare, 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 Gare, Sa, Gare, Sa, Resa, Resa, Resa. And the moment it comes to the self-image, that is where the Makara Bija comes into picture. Ma, 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 Ma pa tha, ma dha pa ma dha pa ma pa dha pa ma. Now this is directly or indirectly getting us connected from the consciousness point of view. Not even subconsciousness. This subconsciousness is somewhere there, but at subconscious level, which is slightly lower, right? This is where that that time travel and space travel starts happening. And this is why actually Mithya Jagat, Satya Jagat, Mithya and Satya. Mithya is something which is more or less related to illusion part, illusion and delusion part. Satya Jagat is related to reality and unreality. How do you actually correlate with this time and space? Time and space have been the talk of the town. And today this is the reason why even when NASA or CERN or any philosopher or research scholars who are doing research, I don't think so they would be able to get to that point. It's a very deeper study in a way. Plain and simple. As simple as that. The point is, consciousness over here is not limited by the space and time. These thoughts that are coming, right, they profusely come to your mind. Just like they downpour, in the sense downpouring in the sense they come without any break. They make the mind indulge in such a way that you don't know which thought is legitimate thought and illegitimate thought. And you think that is correct. And that's when this action starts happening. And this experience also you start experiencing that. Likewise, as I was comparing our human brain, which is having 65 billion neurons, to 100 billion galaxies in the universe, multiverse, what happens is these thoughts start traveling back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. And thus, the consciousness of the human body, the human brain, consciousness at human brain, at Agya Chakra, starts thinking. And thus, that reflection creates an image. And this is what is called your self-image. And this is where the Natya Shastra approach comes into picture. Dancers have an edge over it. Classical dancers have an edge. If they get into the intricacies and the internal working aspect of this, ladies and gentlemen. And for a non-performer also, it works in the same way. This is where, as I was telling, Yoga Drashta and Yoga Drushya comes into picture. Yoga Drashta, Yoga Drushya. Yoga Maya, Yoga Maya. By and large, this concept is not so very easy to be understood. It has to be experienced. That is the reason why time and again in my videos I always say You need to experience this, only then you can understand. And this is the beauty of understanding the real nature of feminine form. And that is the reason why I keep on telling, we have been consistently and effortlessly, without any efforts, we are not living to abuse that feminine form at a minuscule level. And we are just going at what you call subliminal level, understanding the subject at subliminal level and just going out of it. Think about it, ladies and gentlemen. In my next video, I will be talking about the transformation aspect at conscious levels. What kind of transformations happen? For now, understand this. I know it is a bit cryptic and tough, though I may have explained you, but as I said, you need to experience this as an experiencee. You have to be an experiencer. Till then, stay blessed, have blissful life. May the Guru's grace be with all. Have a nice day ahead.